Hi Geminis, the gems of my eyes. How are you guys? I hope you're doing good. We are now in the new year, so happy New Year's. And we're coming January 3rd till the 9th. For this week, I don't really see anything important that I want to point out astrologically in the sky, but we are going to be entering that shadow period before Mercury retrograde, because I believe Mercury goes retrograde next week on the 14th in Aquarius. So this week, it's kind of like the shadow period before everything happens. So if you have any important paperwork, documents, conversations, presentations, something you need to get done or communicate, or something you're working on with technology, if you can, try to get it done or get all the important stuff done this week, because once Mercury retrograde hits, it can kind of slow things down, right? That's not to say that stop living your life and be scared of the retrograde. No, but we know sometimes there'll just be like little slip-ups and technical difficulties and stuff like that. So if you need to get anything done that's important, if you can, possibly try to get it done this week, okay? And then also, since we are on your sign, Geminis, January the 9th is kind of like a very emotional, sad day for me. It's 6 years since John passed away, and he was a Gemini sun, Gemini rising. So thank you, John. I probably wouldn't be here, in front of you. I probably wouldn't be who I am if it weren't for him. So because of him, I will always have a special place in my heart for all Geminis. So this week I'll be remembering him. All right, so we're going to be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have a link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards, okay? All right, so Geminis, when it comes to your health, we have Page of Pentacles in reverse here. So what I'm feeling for you guys is like resistance, or you're like restraining yourself from doing something. Like you're trying on purpose maybe to stay in, so that you're not tempted. Let's say it's like, oh, if I stay in, I'll be forced to eat at home or cook healthier foods. But if I go outside, I'm going to be tempted to eat junk food or buy things that I know I shouldn't buy. Or if I go hang out with friends, I know I'm going to be distracted and do stuff that I shouldn't do. So let me just stay inside. Let me just force myself to focus on what I'm doing, or my tasks, my goals, my hobbies. It just feels like you're trying to stay in, or maybe staying indoors a little bit more this week and trying to focus on other things so that you don't get distracted easily. I also see maybe some of you are like eating less, whether it's by choice or you don't have as much of appetite, or you're trying to like get your new year started and like eat a little bit less or eat less junk food. And so you're trying to stay in. You're like, if I stay at home, I won't be ordering or eating as much junk, even though nowadays, right, people are always ordering like Uber Eats and DoorDash and all that stuff. Well, at least here it seems to be very, very common. Okay, when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, we have Page of Swords. So I feel like you're gathering a lot of information, or trying to learn more about something, or you're talking, networking, or watching videos, reading books. Maybe you're starting or interested in taking a new course, a new program, or college classes, programs, anything. It just feels like you're trying to absorb or get more information, or maybe there's like a new product or new service or something that you're interested in, or you're looking into purchasing or getting. You're like, let me do some research, watch reviews, or see how it really works before I fully make that commitment. You could be doing a lot of negotiating or having conversations with people who are maybe in the field you're interested in, or very knowledgeable about a subject that you want to learn more about. So I feel here like a lot of learning or listening and watching and trying to come up with your own conclusions according to what the information that you gather. So it just feels like you're trying to learn more or get more information before you make a decision. Okay, all right. Or there could also be energies around you or other people who are asking you a lot of questions, or want to know more about what you're doing or what you're working on, or your advice, your perception about certain things, or what you're invested in and stuff like that. Like maybe they want to learn about you. All right. And then when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, on your side here, we have Ace of Wands, Page of Cups, and Nine of Cups. Someone's making you feel good, or you're going to be feeling good, or at least better this week on the inside. And then on this other side, for this other person, keep in mind that this applies whether you're single, in a relationship, married, divorced, situationship, friends with benefits. You don't know what's going on. It's okay. It's just the energies, and this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all the above, because really time doesn't exist. It's all intertwined. But whenever you watch this, it's probably when you're meant to watch it. Okay. But I know our human brains, right? We need structure. We need order. It's good to have dates and times because it just helps us like flow a little bit better. All right, so on this side for this person, we have the Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and the Hermit. All right, so as far as who you could be dealing with, could definitely be a Virgo or another earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or also a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. But of course, it doesn't have to be. It could be any sign, like I always say to you guys. It could just be the energy this person is embodying or playing out at this time, or be a mixed match. Okay, so again, the thing that's sticking out to me is like you're feeling good, or someone's gonna like make you feel good. You're getting the warm and fuzzies inside. You're just like, ooh, and it feels new energy. So maybe this is someone new you've recently met, or someone new you're going to be meeting very soon, or someone that's it's very fresh, like you just started talking to each other, but it feels very exciting. Like the moment you meet this person, the moment you guys connect, you're just like, oh, you instantly like them. Okay, you don't have to just think about it. You're just like, oh my gosh, like, ooh, who is this person? You're instantly very attracted to them. Okay, it could be anything, the way they look, the way they dress, the way they speak, just who they are, something about them. You're just like, I feel so drawn to them. Like, what the heck? It's an instant attraction, at least on your end. They make you feel good. So you're kind of like in your feelings this week, or you're just feeling kind of very excited, not not emotional, like, oh, we crying, but like, ooh, like you're just feeling good. You're in your feelings. Okay. So this person's making you feel warm and fuzzy. Okay. I feel like this is someone who's very logical, very practical. They move slow. Maybe the way they walk is kind of slow. The way they talk maybe is kind of slow, or they take their time. They could be very responsible, studious, dependable, loyal. I feel like this is someone who has a lot of like hidden talents, or like they're very low key about like their gifts and talents, or the things that they do. Like they won't just like talk about it or show off. They kind of like, you have to know them, or you have to take time getting to know them for them to show you those different parts of them, if that makes sense. Like this person may be I'm getting like have musical talents, like maybe they play an instrument, or they sing, or they write music or something, or dance, but you would never know this, or you would never guess that about them until you actually get to know them more, or you're hanging out with them and you're like, oh, what, you play the drums? Or like, wow, you play the flute? I had no idea. Like, yeah, I like this, it's just a hobby. But you wouldn't know that because they don't talk about it, they don't like express it unless you really have more one-on-one time with them. So I feel like they're very low key. They keep to themselves. They're maybe more very quiet, reserved, conservative, maybe more introverted possibly. Doesn't mean they don't know how to be social, but maybe they just choose to kind of be more reserved, more quiet. They could also be someone who works in like health or medical system, nurse, doctor, EMT, or chiropractic work, any kind of health related things, psychology, therapy, anything. I feel like they're very analytical, very critical, a critical thinker. So probably really, really smart, really good at solving problems, at looking at the little details. And even like maybe how they cook, or when they make food, they're like very detailed. They make it look really neat and really pretty. Or maybe in their home and how they operate, how they do things. They always keep things very organized, very tidy, very clean. So they could be a little OCD or like ADD about certain things, or like have things placed in a certain place and like they don't like it to be moved. They like it in a certain place. They also could be someone who's spiritual, or who's is always searching for a deeper meaning, deeper truths. And goes within a lot. So someone who could be a lone wolf, like they like to be alone, or they value their alone time. They don't like to like mix and mingle with everybody and be super like a social butterfly. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just feel like they prefer their alone time, and they need space. They like space away from like people, so they can kind of like be in their own world and talk and like figure things out. So I just feel like there's something kind of different about them. And again, I feel like they have like a hidden talent, or something that they keep really low key about, that maybe they're really good at, but they don't really like express it or talk about it, because they do it for them. They do it because they enjoy it. They're not looking for attention or anything like that. So I feel like there's going to be back and forth communication between the two of you. Like, you are very sweet with your words and your communication, and they are surprisingly gonna be very flirty with you, or they are flirty with you, and you would never think that. You're like, oh well, like usually on the outside they seem kind of very serious and, you know, just kind of like, I don't know, more serious vibe, I guess. Not as expressive, not as like woohoo, but when they're with you one-on-one time, or when you talk to them, you know, you're just your sweet self and open and loving, but they kind of will throw in like very flirty, you know, remarks or messages. You're like, whoa, like I would never expect that from them, but it makes you excited because you're like, man, that I guess maybe they're comfortable with me, or maybe they do like me, because you're not sure. You're like, I don't know, they don't like seem super excited to talk to me, but then when we talk, like they'll say things, and then that makes me feel like, yeah, they do like me, which they do. So I feel like you guys are going to be learning a lot from each other and experiencing a lot together. And the way they make you feel makes you feel very comfortable and very happy, if that makes sense, okay? And you're gonna be feeling very fulfilled or very content. Like they make you feel like important, and that you matter, and like you feel like they don't give the attention that they give to you to other people, because they don't. They're very like to themselves. They're not out and about, or you kind of like, you feel like you're that VIP where like you get that one-on-one time with them, where they don't, no one else really knows them the way that you know them, or the way that you're gonna know them, because they don't open up that easily. They're not an open book to everybody, and I feel like that makes you feel kind of special, which you are, okay? Because I feel like with this person, or at least their type of personality, like if they're giving you their time or their attention, it means something, because they usually don't do that. They're very selective, they're very picky. So if they chose you, you're special. There's a reason, okay? All right, so, and it's like someone who likes to be alone, but they prefer to be alone with someone, but they're very selective about who that someone will be. Okay, so we're gonna dive in deeper and extended to get more information, see where their energy's at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know, and maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and also your advice. All right, so we'll continue this on with extended. Link will be below. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care. Bye.